Yes. Okay. I'll find you.
straight down. Yeah.
How's everybody doing, Las Vegas? That's what I like to hear. My name is Captain Darren Von Awesome, and I will be your host for the next however long this takes of the strange and the unusual, the bizarre and the odd, the arousing and astounding, the Tinderbot Circus Sideshow, all the way from the faraway lands of Lexington, Kentucky. We are one of the last of the traveling 10-in-1 carnival-style sideshows anywhere in the world. And that makes you, my friends, if we are one of the last of the traveling 10-in-1 carnival-style sideshows in the world, that makes you something very, very special. That makes you one of the last of the traveling 10-in-1 carnival-style audiences anywhere on planet Earth. Give yourselves a round of applause. The dining tables are at the other end, so if you guys are like just gonna ignore me, I'm going to pick on you specifically. Now, we're going to be doing a job here today. We're going to be doing a job, and that job is presenting to you a wide variety, a plethora, a melange, if you will, of strange and unusual acts performed by people who, yes, were dropped on their heads a lot as kids. Now, some of the things that you witness on this stage today, you might, believe it or not, even enjoy. And if you see something on this stage that you enjoy, well, friends, you have a job to do as well. Your job today is to see something that you enjoy on stage and then let us know about it. You're gonna let us know, and what's more, you're gonna let us know in the classic carnival fashion by taking both of your hands, those are the tentacly things at the ends of your arms. You're gonna take your hands and you're gonna hold them in the air like so. Then you're gonna take those hands, and this is where it gets tricky. Make sure you're following along so that you know what to do. You're gonna take those hands and you're gonna hit them together like so. Then you're gonna take them apart again and hit them together again. And you're gonna do this in a quick succession, in a rapid fashion. You might even couple it with some cheering and some yelling and the throwing of... Our first performer is someone very special to me. Someone very near and dear to my heart. Because she's my boss, she signs my paychecks and pays me to say that. Welcome to the stage, the pain-proof princess, it's Miss Trashy. Now, Miss Trashy is what we in the business call a pain-proof woman, which means we can put her body through all manner of unnatural, unholy, unsanctimonious tortures, and she'll just come out the other side with a smile on her face. It's one of the more annoying things about her. And we're going to demonstrate to you today Miss Trashy's pain-proof abilities using some common household items. We're going to start with this, a common household fox trap. This is a trap designed to catch foxes or foxy people, depending on where you put it. We're going to take this trap that is designed to snap closed with iron jaws with enough speed, pressure, and force to crush bones. And we are going to take that trap And into that trap, we are going to place one of the most delicate, one of the most sensitive, one of the most valuable parts of Miss Trashy. Get your mind out of the gutter, we're talking about her hands. We're gonna take one of those tiny little bones in the fingers and we are gonna slam that finger into that trap. We're gonna do this on the count of 3, and I would like you all to count along with me. Frankly, we need the help. We went to public school in Kentucky. All right, so we're gonna count. We're all going to count together. It starts at 1 and ends at 3. There's a 2 in the middle. Here we go. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. That was a very good job. You did very good. I'm very proud of you. That was an excellent warm-up. But now that we're warmed up, let's try it again with a bit more exuberance, a bit more enthusiasm, a bit more chutzpah. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yes, my friends, you can clap. Because Miss Trashy cannot. You need some help here? All right, yeah. Let me give you a hand. It is a good joke. It is staying in the show. All right, now as a sideshow, we can't just do a thing and then let it go. We've demonstrated Miss Trashy's pain-proof prowess, but we haven't proven it. So we're gonna step this up. We're gonna do something a little bit different. We're gonna do something a little bit bigger, a little bit badder, a little bit more difficult, a little bit more dangerous. With this, a common household bear trap.
Common household one?
Now some of you may be thinking, well that's not common or household. Now we did some Googling on the way here, on the plane in. We did some Googling and we did confirm that there are in fact bears in Nevada. If you look around, you may even see a few in the audience today. It's a slow burn joke. Somebody's been called out and I love that. Now one more time, on the count of 3, we're gonna put Miss Trashy's body into this trap. This trap that is designed to snap closed with enough force, speed, and pressure to capture one of nature's largest predators, and also bears. Are you ready? Miss Trashy, are you ready? Great. Here we go. On the count of 3, count with us. It goes 1. Wait. No. Okay, hold on. We're not gonna do that because that would be crazy. That would be insane. Look at the size of that trap. Anything that goes into that trap is absolutely going to be broken. No doubt about it. It would take a complete lunatic, an absolute madwoman to do anything of the sort. But that's why we've got the pain-proof princess, the indestructible, the indelible, the inedible, the amazing Miss Trashy. And the only pose that she can make right now. It's a little stuck there. You might even say that Miss Trashy has gone and found herself a little trapped. In, out, and unscathed, the pain-proof princess. Let's hear it for Miss Trashy. And we're gonna move on to our second act at the moment. But before we move on to the next act, I do want to take a moment to be serious. I want to take a serious moment. Don't worry, it won't last long. We are extremely fortunate in the Tinderbox Circus Sideshow that we get to travel all over the country performing this weird show that we do. We've traveled from coast to coast, from border to border over the last 15 years, putting ourselves in front of thousands and thousands of smiling faces just like yours, and frowning, apathetic faces like the rest of you. And there's been one act above all the others that has put us in front of more audiences, and we felt it only right that we share that act with you today. My friends, we are about to perform for you one of the most dangerous, one of the most reckless, one of the most downright stupid things that any sideshow performer could dare to do in front of a live audience. All right, here we go. Wait!
them, the world famous Tinderbox Circus Sideshow Knife Song. Do we have any collectors in the audience today of sideshow memorabilia? Anybody collecting sideshow memorabilia out there? Because you can have one of those tables after this show. All right, we do have one more act for you today, and this act is a very, very special act. This act is a special act because this act goes back to my very beginnings in the world of sideshow. See, when I was but a young Captain Darren Von Awesome, when I was but a wee Captain Darren, I got to go see my very first sideshow live and in person. At that sideshow, there was a performer performing an act, and I pointed that act out to my friends and I said, that is what I want to do with my life. That is what I want to be when I grow up. That is what I am about to make my whole ass personality. It took 10 years, a full decade of being a full-time professional traveling sideshow performer before I could find someone willing to teach me this act. Once I found a teacher, it took an additional 3 years of daily practice before I was good enough to do this in front of a live audience. But I'm going to be doing it today. Friends, it is my very great privilege and honor to swallow some swords for you. Now this is the first sword I'm going to be swallowing today. This sword is 18 inches long. It is 3/4 of an inch wide. It is solid stainless steel. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this sword and I'm going to lick it up one side and down the other. I'm going to take the tip of this sword and just the tip of this sword and I'm going to put it in my mouth. I'm going to slide the sword down my throat. And you are going to keep your jokes to yourselves. Now, this is an excellent opportunity to remind our audience today that this is, in fact, a PG-13 rated show, which means, kids, make sure that nothing you do on this stage you try at home. Do not try what you see me do at home. Wait till you get to school. The insurance payout will be way higher. And this warning goes out to the parents. Parents, if you're a parent in the audience and your kid gets the joke, that is your fault, not mine. Now, I get asked sometimes, hey, Captain Darren Von Awesome, why? Why do you lick the sword before you swallow it? Why do you lick the sword? And I can look out into your faces today, and I can see that some of you may have figured out already why I lick the sword before I swallow it. And I'm here to tell you, friends, you are correct. That is why, yes. But for those of you who are pure-hearted and innocent-souled out in the audience today, I'd like to explain myself. You see, I lick the sword before I swallow it to establish dominance and ownership. This is my sword. Try it the next time you go eat with your friends. Lick the french fries. They're your french fries now. All right, here we go. The first sword down the hatch without a scratch. Gross. For those of you curious-minded in the audience today, it does, in fact, taste like metal on the way down. And trucking teriyaki on the way back up. Now I do have another sword I'm going to swallow for you today, and this sword, of all my swords, is a very special sword. This sword is a special sword because this next sword that I'm going to swallow for you today, I made. I made this next sword with my own 2 hands out of another sword that I bought with money. I bought a sword and I didn't really like what I was doing with it, and so I took it down to my workshop and I spent 3 days carving, grinding, shaping the blade into the perfect sword swallowing blade. I put days of my life, blood, sweat, and tears into this sword. It carries a piece of me with it, and I a piece of it. We are reflections of one another, which could explain why this next sword is so kinky. You may notice that this sword has some slight angles along the blade, 13 and 90-degree angles along the blade, and to swallow this sword, my throat is going to have to accommodate each and every one of those corners. And if you watch carefully as I swallow this sword, my throat may move from side to side as the corners push the throat on their way down. When I pull the sword out of my throat will want to close and catch around every internal turn, causing my throat to move up and down as I pull the sword from its seat. A little dance on the way down, a little hop on the way up. Now with every great sword, this sword has a name. It's a very special sword, and like all special swords, this sword has a name. The name of this mighty blade is the Wiggly Worm. This is what the guy that was going through. Frankly, I'd like to see any one of you twerk better with a sword gun. Excuse me. Sorry, I had a frog in my throat, but I got it with that last one. Now, I do have one more sword I'm going to swallow for you today, and this is the grand finale sword. Are you all ready for the grand finale sword? Are you all ready for the big finish? Good, I was going to do it anyway. The next sword I'm going to swallow for you today is this sword right here. This sword is 18 inches long. It is 3/4 of an inch wide. It is solid stainless steel. It is exactly the same sword that I just swallowed for you. No difference whatsoever. It is the precise. It's even still down. But friends, this is the big finish. This is the grand finale. I can't just do it again. I can't just swallow the same thing and do the same thing again. And so I will not. I'm not just going to swallow this sword. I'm not only going to swallow this sword, this time I'm going to swallow this sword and this one. And this one. 3 swords down the throat at the same time. Much like some of your internet search histories. Whenever I make that joke, I make sure that I'm not looking at anyone in particular so that nobody feels too called out or too seen. But if you did feel like that joke was a little too on the nose, me too. Now when I swallow multiple swords at the same time, I'm going to line the swords up perfectly, just like so. You'll be able to tell that the swords are lined up perfectly just like so because you'll be able to see that the handles of the swords are lined up perfectly just like so. And that's very important, and I want you to pay very close attention to that. Because if you see the handles of the swords do that, then the blades of the swords will have done that. And if they do that, they will do it inside my body, where I keep all of my most important organs. If this happens, friends, this is not an injury. This is not a hospital trip or an ambulance ride. If this happens, this is death by Bizzare, which is also on my search history. It's a really long setup for that joke. I want to thank all of you for coming on this journey with me. Here we go, 3 swords down the throat at the same time. Thank you very much. My name is Captain Darren Von Awesome, and that is the ancient and deadly art of sword swallowing. Let's hear it one more time for the incredible Miss Trashy. And we are from Lexington, Kentucky, your very own Tinderbox Circus Sideshow. And we are not done with you yet, so don't go anywhere just yet. We do have a surprise bonus act right here at the end of the show. It's actually traditional and historically accurate for the sideshow to have a surprise bonus act at the end of the show. This act is historically known as the blow-off, and this is how the blow-off goes. Now, it contains within it an invitation and an opportunity for each and every one of you. So pay very close attention and listen carefully. Believe it or not, surprisingly enough, this is our job. This is how we pay our bills and our bar tabs, and usually both of those are medical. So if you've appreciated our show today, if you've enjoyed what you've seen, then I invite you now, see invitation, I invite you now to reach deep into your pocket or purse, in the pocket or purse of the person next to you, and take out one of those green pieces of paper that has a number and a dead guy on it. If that number is a 1 or a 2, then I have a very lovely hat for you to put that $1 or $2 bill into, and we will thank you for every penny that goes into that hat. But this is where the opportunity is. You see, if you were to give us something, say, more than a $2, if you were to give us, say, a $5 bill, or a $10 bill, or even a $15 bill, then friends, we're going to let you do something fun with that bill. You're going to be able to take that bill and place it upon one of our supple bodies and fix that bill in place using one of these. That's right, my friends, today and today only, use the staple a weirdo without a safe word or assault charges. It's fun for the whole family. Everyone gets a turn. Everyone gets a try. It's only $5 to staple a stranger today. Come and make a memory you'll carry with you for the rest of your life, whether you want to or not. It's the cheapest childhood trauma money can buy. It's fun for everyone. It's family-friendly entertainment at its finest. So come on up. Who's going to be first to staple a weirdo? Come on up right this way. We have our first taker right here. I'll take this. You take that. Have you ever used one of these before? You haven't? Great. I don't feel any better about what's going to happen. You're going to take that and you're going to hold it just like so. The staple's going to come out right there where my finger's at. All right. We're going to put that right on that bill. Done like a champion. Thank you very much. I get to keep this part. Who's going to be next? Right this way. Come and staple a stranger today. Yes, indeed. If you take that, I'll take this. We'll wait for the camera to get set up. We got to put this on the social medias. Otherwise, how will anyone know you did it? Go ahead and place that right there. Beautifully done. Thank you so much. Come right on up. No need to form a line. No need to form a queue. A small angry mob will do. Now, I'm going to hand you this. You're going to hand me that. We're going to take a little beat here, and I'm going to remind our friendly audience that the higher the bill you bring me, the better the real estate I'm going to let you staple it to. Beautifully done. Thank you so much. Someone just found a new hobby. Who's next? Right this way. Excellent, excellent. We're going to come over here and we'll just start stacking them down the arm. Green really is my color, I think. Thank you so much, my friend. Who's going to be next? Right this way. We've got lots of skin. We got lots of staples. And we've got a whole lot more entertainment coming up on the stage. Coming up in just a few minutes, you've got your final opportunity to see the Stolen Stitches sideshow out of Pittsburgh, somewhere. I don't know where they're from. They could be from Newark. They could be from my nightmares. I'm not sure. But if after Stolen Stitches, we've got one last opportunity for you to catch the Tinderbox Circus sideshow. We want to thank each and every one of you for hanging out, for putting us up and putting up with us. Enjoy the Oddities and Curiosities Expo.